link that we have just done with Khaemba at Nyayo Stadium. Action from Nyayo Stadium will be moving right to the county of Kisumu, and it will come to the Jomo Kenyatta Stadium, which is where I am in right now. This is a place popularly known as the Mamboleo Stadium. So that is how the residents of this particular area know the stadium. It is the Mamboleo Grounds, and this is where all the action will be moving as from tomorrow, because the public viewing of the body for the late Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga will be done from here. And already preparations are in top gear. Earlier on, my colleague Uko Okusa spoke to, amongst other people, the Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Interior, Raymond Omolo, about the preparations. And PS Raymond is amongst those leaders who have already arrived here to ensure that the lessons learned from Nairobi are effectively implemented here, to ensure that there is no lapse in security, there is no disorder, and to ensure that the people of Nyanza who will be coming to pay their last respects to Raila Odinga do that in an orderly manner, considering that the stadium they are using is way smaller than the Kasarani Stadium where the viewing in Nairobi was happening from. Because the Mamboleo Stadium where I am in Zainab is a stadium that whose capacity, I'm told, is about 12,000. And Chris is showing you the live pictures from the Mamboleo Stadium, and so that you are able to even see what is happening right now. The capacity is maximum 12,000 people. And considering the number of people who overran the Kasarani Stadium yesterday, then it is very important that the security apparatus here plan how the viewing of the body of Raila Amolo Odinga will be done by more people. It is expected that here the numbers are going to be even more or even higher, yet the space that they are to use is an even smaller space. Earlier on, we spoke to the regional commissioner of the Nyanza region, who told us that they will later today be communicating some of the security advisory as well as traffic advisory in terms of which areas to use, which areas not to use. Of course, this is an activity that is expected to disrupt normal routine, but so far there is no official communication on the disruption of any normal routine. But the regional commissioner said that that will be communicated later. Her name is Flora Muroa. She spoke from the Opoda Farm home of Raila Odinga, that is in Bondo. That she did around noon today. And that is why we are also seeing the leadership already here. Aside from PS Omolo, we have also seen the senator for Migori, Eddie Okech, who's here. And we've also seen the city manager, Abala Wanga, for Kisumu City, who has also been very critical in organizing this particular place, especially in the absence of Governor Anyang' Nyong'o, who had proceeded to Nairobi. So this is what is happening. The live pictures that you're seeing, literally, we are capturing the entire stadium from the position that we are in. And you're able to even have that visual feel of how the stadium feels like, or how the stadium looks like on the eve of Raila Odinga's public viewing, the public viewing of Raila Odinga's body. Another complexity that the leadership here will have to deal with is in how to deal with members of the public. We are told that here we will see the convergence of people from all the counties in Nyanza as well as all the counties of Western. If we are to speak about Luo Nyanza alone, we are speaking about the county of Migori, Homa Bay, Kisumu, Siaya. Those are some of the counties that we're speaking about here in Luo Nyanza. And people, according to those who are here, may prefer coming to view Odinga's body here tomorrow because Kisumu City is somewhat centrally located in the region, as opposed to heading straight to Bondo for the final day funeral. That is not to underestimate the kind of crowds that will be appearing in Bondo. But those who are here are saying the crowds tomorrow in Kisumu will be crowds that have never been seen before. Remember, for years, for close to 4 decades, they have associated with Raila Odinga and the values that Raila Odinga stood for. So for the people of Nyanza, this will be paying their last respects. They have only 1 day of public viewing. And according to PS Omolo, who spoke to us earlier, this public viewing will be starting so early, perhaps earlier. The people rather will be coming earlier than 6 a.m. here. The other complexity that they have to deal with, which I'll be speaking to later, but right now the pictures on your screen also are of the security personnel who have made their way here, and we are told that this number is meant to increase tenfold just to ensure there is order tomorrow. very, very, very many police officers, some from the National Police Service. We've also seen members of the military, including, that is the KDF, including, of course, the military police, who are here to just ensure there is law and order and assessing the situation here. But I was mentioning of the last complexity, Zainab, that is likely to happen here, and that is the complexity of the members of the public choosing to spend the night here at the stadium. And if that happens, then it will make the work here even harder for the security personnel, because as we speak, we can see some few members of the public already in the stadium. Right now, access to the stadium is open for everyone. Everyone is coming in. It will require, or it may require, the security personnel to make a quick decision to start limiting access to the stadium as early as now, lest we see a situation where those who will want to view Raila's body spend the night at the stadium, and that will will then lead to some kind of disorder if members of the public access the stadium earlier. Perhaps that's part of the decision that will be made in the VVIP room where the dignitaries are currently held. But that is the update that we so far have. We will later be going right outside the stadium to show you the routes to the stadium and also how Kisumu city in itself is. We expect a large number of people coming in. We've already seen some announcements from Kenya Airways, for instance, announcing an increase in the number of flights that will be coming from Nairobi throughout this weekend to Monday, to and from Nairobi. That indicates just how many people will be coming by air. You can imagine how many will be coming by road, and the many people who are already living around here who will use different means to access this particular place. Nyanza region and Kisumu is going to be one thing, or an area which will have numbers that have never been seen before tomorrow. From that particular point, Zainab, I hand it back to you, but we are sure that we will be coming back with more updates for our viewers on the final journey of Raila Amolo Odinga, now with his body coming to his home region, the Nyanza region.
All right, thank you, Ibrahim Karanja, with a very elaborate analysis of what to expect tomorrow at the Jomo Kenyatta International Stadium in Mamboleo, where the public viewing of the body of the late Right Honorable Raila Odinga will be happening. Certainly